So tax season is coming up very quickly, and this morning we want to make sure all business owners know about the new filing regulations that are in effect right now. For more on what you need to do and how much you could owe if you don't comply is the founder and CEO of FileSmart.tax, Geoff Knight. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so explain why business owners are now being required to file this new form, and what exactly is this form?
So as of January 1st of this year, there was the Corporate Transparency Act, which came into effect. And this requires the provision of BOR, another government acronym. It stands for Beneficial Owner Information Report. And it's a new requirement that most all business owners have to comply with. Essentially, they have to reveal who the actual owners of the businesses are. So gone are the days of creating entities where that's not known. And it's a brand new requirement that never existed before and is still unfamiliar to many business owners.
And some folks, especially business owners, are looking at this and going, this is just Big Brother getting into my business, literally. But what is it here to do? Is it to prevent fraud?
I do hear what you say. I mean, we hear that from our clients quite a bit. It's really in the interest of national security because for many years, we're talking about bad actors. So people who are tax evaders or arms dealers or funding terrorism. It takes money to do those things. And typically they're creating these types of entities in order to fund these bad actions. So with that in mind, it's not like you can say, hey, bad guys, raise your hand, and they're gonna be found. This had to take effect with all businesses, virtually all businesses. There are some exemptions. And through this requirement, if that were to happen, they will at least now be able to find the actual people behind these nameless entities.
But Geoff, aren't you already established with not only the federal government and the state government when you file to become a business entity like an LLC or corp or anything like that?
Definitely with the state, I suppose depending upon the state, there's different requirements for different secretaries of state. However, the federal government, there's never been a registry of such things that the federal government has access to. So this is a new provision.
Well, you have an identification number if you are an LLC or C Corp or any of those businesses, correct? That's with the federal government.
For sure. So the IRS has this information, but FinCEN, which is the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, they have a pretty serious duty behind them, which is, as the name implies, to protect people from financial crimes. And so they're the ones who have to enforce these types of things if and when they happen. And so the objective of the government was in the interest of national security.
Got it.
Yeah, to create this database where if and when that were to happen, they'd be able to find these bad actors much more quickly.
So, but here's the deal. You have until January 1st to do this filing. It's pretty simple, right? You just state the name of your company, who are the owners, your stake in it and whatnot. But if you don't do this in time, you could be fined, and it could be hefty.
Very hefty. This is, because of the potential seriousness with those who don't comply and are bad actors, they put some serious teeth into the law. You could be fined up to $591 a day, capping out at $10,000. There's even criminal penalties of up to 2 years in jail if you willfully don't comply with the law. So it's pretty serious, and all small business owners need to know about it.
And that's by January 1st, right?
So if your business was created prior to January 1st of this year, then yes, you had the entire year this year, and you have to file by the 1st. If you create a new business this year, you have within 90 days. So if you created your business on January 2nd of this year, you have 90 days to file that. But there's about 32 million businesses who are estimated have filed prior to the 1st of this year that are subject to this requirement. Okay,
so what resources are out there for folks who need some help, not only filing, but avoiding penalties?
I'd say the obvious one is to talk to your CPA or your attorney first. The next step would be to go and look at FinCEN Direct. They have a website. You can learn more. You can submit your submission there, or to work with a private software company such as ourselves. We handle this and compliance and provide full customer service all along the way. Regardless of what you do, it really is important to get it done if you are not exempt. We talked about the penalties. It's just not something to ignore. All
right. Tell me your company again, just in case people need to reach out.
File-tax.net.
Okay, want to make sure we got that correct. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, Geoff.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.